Hello, I'm Matt Romano, and it's actually not Friday, but I'm going to do one on Thursday. I've been saying for a while I'm going to make Friday my review day, and I'm going to do another one tomorrow, so I guess it's 2 in 1 week this week. It's just that I have some spare time, so why not do a review? So today I'm doing a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab review. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I do try and alternate my reviews in the way of sometimes I want to do a Black Phoenix one, and the next week I will do a niche brand, and next week I will do a commercial brand, so it just keeps it a little bit mixed up rather than doing tons of the same thing. I mean, I used to do that before, but I'm trying to change that so it's a little bit more interesting, I guess, and it's interesting for me as well, rather than just doing a whole load of the same stuff. So today I'm doing King Cobra by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. A little bit about the scent. When you watched the video, you would have seen a picture flash up that said Carnival Diabolique. What that was a section of their website that's now, you can't get it anymore. You can't get them anymore. I think they've just shut it down with the hope that it's going to come back again. They've been saying that for a good 5 or so years. I don't know, if you're a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab fan and you're watching this, you're probably the same as me, where you want it just to come back because there were some really cool perfumes in there, and the whole thing was themed on this very dark carnival and the characters that would be in it. So this particular one is called King Cobra, as you already know, and what it is they, if you don't know already, snake oil is their most popular and I think probably their most famous perfume that they own or that they produce and sell. And what they did when they made this carnival set of scents was they made a scent based on this snake woman called Phaser, the Black Mamba. But then she had, I don't know, I think it was 9 or 10 companion scents called the Snake Pit. And what they did was, all of the Snake Pit were snake oil based scents, but with added things in. So, for instance, you had Green Tree Viper, which was snake oil with mint and greenery added to it. You had Banded Sea Snake, which was an aquatic version of snake oil. There's loads of them. There's Boom Slang, which is a brown snake that has a chocolatey element added. So for now, I'm not going to review snake oil because I've already reviewed it. So what I'll do is I will put a link up here with my pipette. If you click on the link, it's going to open a new window. You can watch the review quickly and see what snake oil is. I'm not going to go into it again because it doesn't bear any point for me to repeat myself. So this one, King Cobra, it is snake oil, but then it has 3 added ingredients. It has frankincense, orris, and copal. So this, if you can already imagine, is going to be a much more resinous, incensey version of snake oil. I will say that a lot of people that aren't familiar with Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab's perfumes usually say, oh, it smells like incense, it smells like a head shop, it smells like this, it smells like that. So I think it takes a lot of time to get into what their fragrances are before you can appreciate them, I guess. But anyway, I have 2 snakes to do after this. I've got Temple Viper, which is my favourite one, and I've got Boom Slang as well. I was lucky enough to get a sample from someone, and it's quite a rare one, so yay. Anyway, so right, I will tell you first of all about what this smells like, because that's the point of a review, isn't it? So King Cobra, take snake oil, already a very spicy, vanillic, exotic smelling oil, add 2 more resins to it and then add a powdery note, and that's what King Cobra is. So, excuse me, my hay fever is really attacking my throat right now. So, it's got orris in it. First of all, orris, if you don't know already, is the root of the iris flower. It's the thing that's used to scent makeup, so I've read. So, lipsticky kind of vibe, and foundation and stuff like that. It's a very powdery, weird smell that I need to smell on its own before I can comment. And then you've got frankincense, which is, if you don't know already, to me it smells a little bit limey, a little bit green, piney, but it's very resinous and sharp. And then copal. Up until recently, when I hear copal, I think opal. I think, a precious stone. Copal is another resinous note that is extracted in the same way as frankincense. They cut tree bark and wait for the sap to come out, and then when it's dried they burn it. Copal is supposed to be very similar to frankincense, but have a citrusy, almost lighter kind of tone to it. So if you don't know already, snake oil is, I wouldn't say resinous, but it's very punchy. It is very loud. It fills the air. It's one of those perfumes that fills a room. It's astoundingly strong. And I will say, King Cobra absolutely tops that. Sorry. I've been putting this on in drops. Thus I've got a pipette in my hand. I've been dipping it in and putting a drop on my wrist. And it is, I mean, added to the fact that mine's been aging for about 5 years, this is monstrous. I wore it at work today and yesterday, and people quite far away were saying that they could smell powder, which I knew was me, but it disheartened me a little bit. But this smells like snake oil. Go and watch the review if you haven't watched it already. But it's a much sharper version of snake oil. It's a lot more high-pitched. The resins in it make it a lot more incensey. I did say that Black Phoenix perfumes are often tagged with that, oh, it smells like incense. But this really does. It does smell like a much more kind of temple, incensey Indian version of snake oil. It's kind of like it's enhanced all of the spices that were in it before and elevated it a little bit. It's really cool. I don't wear it that often. I mean, I'm not one to stand here and, I hate making rules. Don't wear it on this day, don't wear this in summer, don't wear that in winter. But it's summer right now and it's a little bit uncomfortable to wear because it is so massive. But what strikes me about it is it's kind of more potent. Snake oil was really potent already, but this, those resins have just made it so much deeper and it's just a lot more punchy. But I'm so aware of how much I say it's really annoying. It's a very hard habit to break, but it doesn't matter, does it really? So what I wanted to say was I've had this quite a few times when I've worn snake oil and this and Temple Viper. People always say they can smell powder, and that really doesn't upset me, but it's when snake oil and King Cobra and everything else is they're really dry, they do turn very powdery. Snake oil does go very powdery, but when I smell it here, I smell a very sharp, resinous, but very rounded smell. So it must be that when it permeates the air and it travels, it turns into a big, huge baby powder bomb. So I guess this might be a personal scent, you know, wear it for yourself. I really like it. I'm a huge fan of snake oil. I'm a huge fan of BPAL, obviously. But yeah, this is a really good addition if you love snake oil already. It's a really good addition if you want something a little bit darker. It's snake oil, but gothic a little bit, because you know you've got this incensey tone to it. So it still lasts as long as ever. It still projects as long as ever, and it's still a monstrous perfume. I put it on in pipettes, in drops, and it just explodes. It's amazing. So that's my review of King Cobra by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. I'll be doing another review tomorrow. I'm doing an early one, so you're going to get 2 this week. Yay! And thanks for subscribing as always. If you want to subscribe, you can click down here, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Have a nice Thursday. Goodbye.